I've been a Habitat homeowner for a little over 13 years. Many years prior, I had done some volunteer work, and that's kind of how I got familiar with it. And then at the time when I actually applied, there was a great need, a single mom with 4 children. So I thought, I'm going to check it out and see what it's, all about as far as buying a Habitat home. And that's what I did. The economy had kind of gotten bad, and I lost 8 hours a week. So I kind of treated it like a job. Instead of working 40 hours, I was working 32. So I kind of looked at my Habitat, doing the volunteer, work and just wherever I could get in. And I always made sure that I did like at least 8 hours a week, sometimes more. But I think I just kind of treated it like a job, and that way I knew I was getting my hours in. I think the thought that you've actually had to work on your own home, it gives you just this sense of pride. And I'll say there was times I would go 13, 14 hours a day on the weekends and paint, turn the music and just go to town. And sometimes I would have help. Sometimes I didn't. I would do it alone. But I think there was just this, you just wanted to keep going, and each day you saw the progress. I love my house. It was actually a kind of like historical home, older, and it was, of course, totally redone. And I just think that it's the cutest little house ever. It's like a little cottage, and it's, I don't know, I feel like I want to live there. I want it to be my forever home. But I do have probably more room than I need now since I'm down to my youngest kid, but I love it. And, I think I have a sense of pride. I don't know that I'll be able to get up the steps in, 10 more years, but I love my home. I would say that it is hard out here buying a normal, conventional type of home. And unless you have, lots of money, this is a great way to put a roof over your head and have something that you can call your home. And I feel like you appreciate it much more than you would just buying and taking money and putting it down on a home. And then the fact that there's no interest on the home is just amazing. So that's one great thing about it. You don't have to pay the interest. I feel like sometimes Habitat people automatically think that someone who gets a Habitat home, that these are just like free homes, like here, take this home. And I feel like sometimes with that misconception, they don't really understand that the person does have to go in there with blood, sweat, and tears and be willing to do a lot of work. And that's just, I felt like I was so driven just to go and do my hours wherever, whenever. And then once you get past that mark and you get to do your house, it's just this feeling of like, it's just satisfaction. You can't even really put it in words because you're like, wow, I'm here. I'm working on the house that I'm going to live in. So it's just, you can't really describe the words and how it makes you feel.